2 hours later, I wasn't getting that much sleep around that time, and 2 hours I wake up, his mom's staying with him, and she says, hey, Dominic asked for you, and he was asking for chocolate milk. So I was like, hey, sisters, you know, like good morning, you know, you want some chocolate milk? And all of a sudden he started opening his eyes. He opened his eyes after like 5 days of his eyes being closed. And I knew he was going to heaven, so I told him that I was proud of him, that he gave a good 4-year fight, and I was proud to be his dad. I was going to let him go to heaven, and that we would be together again one day. And then he took a couple breaths, and then he left for heaven. And it's amazing because, you know what, like, he was 6 years old. When he was about 3 and a half, chemotherapy started, and he just didn't tolerate that liking for that chocolate milk anymore. And it surprised me, you know, a month ago I told him, I said, you know, you used to like, you know, Nestle quick chocolate. I mean, you drink like 3 to 5 glasses a day, you know, how come you don't like it anymore? And he was just like, I don't know, I don't like it, you know. But I knew it was the chemotherapy because he couldn't really taste too many. So it amazes me that he waited for me to wake up, and I was probably wake up, and I asked, opens his eyes, and like I said, this chocolate milk since he was about 3 years old. So he passed away, went to heaven, as I like to call it, and they picked him up, and I was, of course, devastated, because my kids are probably the only things that were important to me. And the only thing I could think about was getting into the refrigerator, pulling out the milk, pulling out the chocolate milk. Some of you guys have seen it, posted it on Facebook, you know, under his thing. And I put the glass of milk on top of the table. And so that's why this is holding help. This is what it's for. This is what it's for, because he fought a good fight with cancer, 4 years. He fought his hardest, and if you guys seen and all that, most of his life, since the age of 2 and a half, has been with cancer. And do you see how many smiles he had on his face? Some of us, as parents, we don't really take in consideration on how grateful we should be over our children, you know? And some of our kids, you know, we should be more like living every day as if it were our last with our children, you know? Dressing up like this, Superman. Everything I did the last 48 hours was really hard. You know, planning it by myself, but I had a lot of help from everybody, you know? But everything I did was for him. The flowers, the colors, the karaoke, that's what he wanted. We've done that a few times. The Chinese food, the pizza, the dressing up in costumes, and I'm grateful and thankful for everybody who was able to wear superhero t-shirts and bracelets. And I thank everybody on Facebook, all the donations that we've gotten to be able to put this on. And I'd like to toast to Ninis, Dominic, my son, for just being the courageous boy that I've ever known in my whole entire life, and I don't think I'm going to know anybody as courageous as him. And he just did, like the pastor said earlier today, for being 6 years old, he did a lot more in his lifetime than anybody probably ever has, you know. He's built a lot of relationships, and he's making a lot of changes right now. He's doing a lot for everybody. He's an inspiration to everybody.
Hold that pose.
Oh, okay. So if you guys can lift up your drink.